Boy, big up to everyone that's here, man. We got a bit of news. We got a bit of news from Man United. It's a shame because I would like if there was news on other teams, but there's not. It just gets worse and worse and worse, and there's a little bit of hope. There's a little bit of hope. But big up to everyone, anyways. Let me see what you lot have to say. Big up to anyone that has liked this video. We're nearly on 1,000. Nearly there. It's a shame. Everything's coming Man United's way. All the rumors. Nothing on. There's nothing towards Manchester City. You got crap. You know, Haaland is set for Spain. Whatever. Then you've got no Liverpool news. Not that I ever actually really care. Chelsea. You're just seeing Cole Palmer, Saka debates left, right, and centre. And then also along the other side. So if you ain't seen us live on Never a Foul, then there you go. There's not really much to debate, and probably gonna have to save some news for that. But everything surrounds this club once again. Erik ten Hag is set to take charge. Saturday, ruined my. Why not have a great weekend? You know, you're thinking, you know what, kind of like international break, and then before you know it, go and ruin it. But yeah, man, I just thought I'd just do something on a Monday. I wasn't going to actually do anything today. Typically, today is the day that I don't do anything whatsoever. But yeah, we're gonna talk about some stuff. You know, we briefly spoke about EZE yesterday, and he got spoken about again. And then on top of that, Antony has been transfer listed. And guess what? No one's gonna take him. We've got potentially Crystal Palace and Newcastle and another team interested. And I've got all the screenshots. And I thought I'll do something new. I'm not gonna exactly bring on the flipping all the overlays. I know you lot probably want something down here, but that's just not gonna happen. It just ruins the whole outlook. I could potentially do something, but yeah. So I've done a little something, so it's not so plain on the eye. But anyways, big up Israel. Big up Love United, hate the ops. That was killing me. Big up Dan in the building. What did you say there, Israel? You said, thanks for blessing the content. Besides Cole Palmer, which cam would you want? You mean central attacking midfielder, and saw Alvaro Fernandez release clause is 70 million euros, and also Cass, you still want Morton. I think Morton's actually a good baller. I think he's still a good investment. I just don't think Crystal Palace or any of the ballers are having a good time. So in terms of central attacking midfielders, people might hate me for this one, but I like Morgan Gibbs-White. That's who I like personally, but we move anyways, man. We'll see about that. Because we've been linked with him before, but I just don't see how that happens again. Let me change the color of this. This is all new. I haven't done none of this. You know where you can see my name at the bottom there? Yeah, let's get that red. We want that red. Not that kind of red. That looks brown. Oh, that looks awful. There we go. That's better. There you go. Look. Big up to anyone else who's in here. Mac Daddy D. The streets are saying 4 more years for Dr. Robotnik at Man United. What? 4 more years? What? Wait, Doctor who? Who? Big up Mustafa as well in the building as well, man. How many likes are we on? We're on 30 likes, but we've only got 30 people. So I suppose you lot are ratioing at this moment in time. Hopefully you lot got your bruising. Because I do. Because I don't even know where to start with all of this, but we might as well start with the main headline in terms of EZE. See, I was going to put the picture of EZE on the front cover, and I thought, yeah, you know what? Let's go talk about EZE. Let's be nice and positive. Let's see how concrete this is. Fabrizio Romano comes up with it not once, but twice. We can speak about it. No. Because then I see Maguire getting a new deal from Richard Fay, and I thought, oh my word. Does this club want to go backwards? Like, honestly, and then I'm seeing how much he might be worth for. This club is a joke at times. Honestly, you think things can get a little better and you feel like you're going to start a different week. And then you get news like that. I can understand the Ahmad and Kobe thing. We already know about Ahmad and Kobe. But anything past that is ridiculous. Yeah, Eze's at a prime age. But again, I'm still within my notes and going through them to say that this man is overrated still. Like, I think he's a good player. He changes us a bit, but I don't think he brings us to the heights that anybody recognizes from beforehand anyways. But you know what? It'll be refreshing. I'll tell you that for free. Ten Hag is Dr. Robotnik. Well, yeah, there you go then, man. But yeah, look, EZE, I don't know what you guys think about him. I think it'd be a solid signing, but for the amount that they're asking for, I'm not too sure. You know, we see Dominic Solanke go for like 65 million, and I'm not going to say that he's a really good player. But and I would have liked Solanke, but not for that price. You think about new deals, you know, refresh deals. And I don't know 65 million is worth it. There must be someone better out there in the market. I just don't know if I agree with the Eze one. Big up Sophia as well. True Blue Clay as well. Big up yourselves. But I would like to see it. If it meant Mason Mount goes the other way and we get Eze, then yeah, great. Give them Mount and money. Mount's career is going down the pan. He might as well go follow suit. You know, no other top club is taking this guy. And you know what? With all the injuries he's got going on, I don't actually think another club's going to come and take him. Again, another L for Man United for the next 3-4 years. Another one. Big up Percy saying Professor Ten Hag knows all. Yeah, well, apparently so. That's why he's in charge for this weekend. Eze brings a different, I will say, it's a different, I don't know how to describe him. Because does he play well with Cobby? I think they would play one touch ball and then the guard. Hey, that would work. You know, he does have an energy to him, not a Morgan Gibbs White energy, but he has a little something towards him. You know, he's had some bursts of form, some purple patches, I like to call them, goals, assists. And then I've seen him absolutely ghost. And maybe that's because he's missing his best friend Elise to link up with at the moment at Palace. But you know, that step above, the thing that Zaha never did and never could do and remain at Palace, that could be the level. You're just the star of that team. And you might get 10th place one point. You might get 15th. But I don't know where his future lies, especially at United with the pressures and everything. You know what it's like. They know what it's like. I'm pretty sure they text every day about the pressure of wearing the United shirt. I don't know if he can do it, but I wouldn't mind it. I would like him. But just not for that price. And unfortunately, that's his release clause. They're saying his release clause is around something stupid, what, 65 million? But yeah, I'm not too sure if I'm in too much favor. But if it means we get from because like I said yesterday, we're in Cat D. We're trying to get into Cat B at least. So we have to jump 2 steps. Does he bring us 2 steps forward? Maybe. Ginger Bish. Oh, nice to see you again, man. You ain't seen you in a long time. It says Eze ain't it. Elise was the one, but we fucked it. Yeah, we messed up that Elise deal bad. But then again, Bayern came in with a nice deal. You know, they put down the money. And then Bob's your uncle. You know, I think United looked at Ahmad and thought, yeah, our right wing's solid for now. But even though we can play attacking mid, I would like maybe Ahmad should be the 10. Hammerhead Maguire signing a new deal is confirming that the board want a relegation scrap. I'm in agreement. I think they haven't learned whatsoever, have they? And I would like to talk about, before we talk about Antony and how crap he is, you know, garbage he's been over at United's tenure. You know, Maguire getting a new deal is, for me, well, it's not a new deal. Let's call it an extension, because that's all you're triggering an extension. I believe that United bosses right now believe they can sell Maguire for some money and recuperate whatever they can. I don't think they've learned from Lindelof. You extended and triggered Lindelof's deal for an extra year, and you couldn't sell him in the summer, not even for peanuts. Not even for peanuts. And we were only asking for something around 10 million. We nearly even accepted 8.5 million. And then all of a sudden, we think we can shift Maguire on, who's on, don't get me wrong, he's not on the biggest wages in the world, what, 190,000? And you think we can go and get rid of him next? He's on some decent form. I think a team would, especially with the English tax, would pick him up. You know, Palace could pick him up. Someone else could pick him up for something like 10 million. Because I saw it here. You know, Man United are willing to listen to offers. This is from the Mail Sport, by the way. So take this with a pinch of salt. Man United are willing to listen to offers just 10 million to sell Harry Maguire in January. He will be entering the last 6 months of his contract, and yet we want to trigger the extension. Yes, he could wait. Unless we're looking to get rid of him in January and there's something solid there. I don't know how this goes down, because don't get me wrong, we have been good at selling this summer for what United standards are, what we're used to. It's been a good sale. But then, are they good enough to get rid of Maguire? Who's going to take on those wages? Have they got the gentleman's agreement with Maguire? Like, I don't know, because I don't see how we get rid of him. He clearly does not mind sitting on the wages he sits at and rotting that away. I don't see it. Ineos are moving like clowns at this moment. It's absolute clowns. Honestly, the more times I think about it, I do wonder why no British people have won. No, when I say British, I say English have won the Prem. No English manager. I've seen Eddie Howe linked, which has been linked before. And then there's Dan Ashworth. because he's been in England setup. He's the one that's triggering these deals, the director of football. That's the one we need to point towards is Dan Ashworth. What's going on? I truly don't understand. I really don't. Cast the way in United are moving. It doesn't seem like Ineos are making the footballing decisions. Is there more than media? No, I think they are. I think they're trying to find any bit of gold or pot of gold they can. That's the way I'm looking at it. I don't see how else they do it. We should have gone and got a proper top class striker. Hoyle and Xerxes aren't doing it. They're new to the league, and Tony before he went to Saudi. Yeah, but there was something weird about Ivan Tony. You know, money wise, he was always going for the money. It was clear as day that he was always going for the money. Xerxes, I will let him land. The Hoyland deal though is ridiculous, and that's not Ineos. That was Ten Hag, second year Glazers, and all that kind of stuff. So when nobody was in charge, and you know what, I'm not giving up on Hoyland. I think he's got good potential. I think he can definitely be a good striker. I don't know about top class striker, but I'm not giving up on him like everybody else. I like to see more of him. But I know what you mean. We want someone that's kind of ready made now, someone was already banging in goals, not someone that plays as a 10 that says he's not even a number 9, he's a 9.5. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? That comment there was ridiculous. But I think Xerxes is a baller. He can definitely turn into something decent. And I think United have probably thought about him being some sort of Bobby Firmino from Liverpool. You know, the link-up man, you know, inside forwards. But unfortunately, Rashford isn't Mane and Ahmad isn't Salah. So it was never going to work. Everyone needs to remember the bosses are dirty glazers in your gym. Well, they're in bed with each other. At the end of the day, they're in bed with each other. And we have to realize that as a fan base as well. You know, we got so much youth, but we don't actually really use them. That's the most ridiculous thing. United, though, boy, they better get rid of Harry Maguire in January. But at this rate, no one can stay fit. We need him. Man United, and then you know what makes it worse? To rub the salt in the wound a little bit deeper. You know when it's negative, it gets more negative, and it's just annoying to read. And then I'm seeing this Stuttgart manager also rejected Man United. Crazy, right? So we're approaching potentially candidates, whether it's Graham Potter. Don't you dare say Southgate. You know, maybe Amorim is being sounded out, or Tuchel or whatever. And then it comes out I don't understand why this story didn't come out, because last time I checked, why I don't actually believe this is because they said the exact same thing that he said to Chelsea. And when Chelsea were searching for a new manager, I don't even know how to say his name, but I think his name is Honus. So, Your Honus. Yeah, the Stuttgart manager, apparently he's rejected us as well. But I don't believe that. There's one thing you don't have to listen to all the time is literally copycat journalism. Obviously, United's looking for a new manager. They're going to be looking towards different ones and probably making up stories as they can go along, because we got told who the candidates were and his name was not there. Remember, look, there's a lot of you in the building as well. Please smash the likes. It's a Monday, nearly on 50 at least. I'm nearly on 1,000, nearly on 1,000 subs as well. So big up to everyone there. I'll double check what that is anyways. It's on 976. So there you go. Jamie, Ratcliffe is the Glazers Studge now. He got in bed with both. Yeah, man. I mean, he had to get in bed to purchase a club because, you know, clearly the Glazers like Epstein, innit? You know, they're in their Diddy flex. You know, you got to do something for me before you do something for them. Like, you know what I mean? That's just the way they work. Belgium versus France today. I saw that. And there's another good game as well, isn't it? Is it Netherlands, Germany? Is that the one? I think that's the one. But I think I might rather watch Belgium and France, because I just feel like Netherlands and Germany, it's going to be a boring game. Oh, my, actually, you know, how about this? I'll watch both of them. I'll probably end up watching both of them. Xerxes needs ballers around him to develop. Apart from Minor and Ahmed, everyone is Dross. I'm in agreement. You can't really get anywhere when you got Dross surrounding yourselves as well. And then it's ridiculous. But at least Ahmad, the only positives that's come out of today is Ahmad's. Well, they're going to trigger Ahmad's deal so they can work with him to get a brand new deal. But then it doesn't show me, if you're going to work out a new deal with Ahmad, you're keeping him hostage at the club. And don't get me wrong, you want to deter away any other clubs trying to want to get him on a free potentially. So you can trigger, there's a 2-year actually extended trigger that you can push for Ahmad. But shouldn't you have been getting these deals done quick? Like we saw Mainu's getting his he's getting his new deal, or Kobe Mino, however you want to say his name. He's getting his new deal. So, but it's taking forever. It smells like Liverpool trying to do contract extensions for Trent and the rest of the crew. You know, it's taking forever. Why is it taking so long? It's not. These are not deals that you can be taken lightly. You know, these are meant to be our futures. But right now, I've got zero confidence in Ineos. You know, and there you go. But if they want to really get back, they really want to get back my trust. If they can offload Antony, I swear on my life, I'll be over the moon. You know, we're going to take a huge loss on Antony, man. When I see this, it come from Statman Dave as well. So that's a bit of a weird source for me. No, sorry, not Statman Dave. Who was it that said about Antony again? I'm trying to have a little look for it now. I can't remember who said it about Antony, not Statman Dave. Statman Dave said a different stat. Someone said that he's transfer listed, and I thought, you know what? That's interesting there because they're going to cut their losses. You know, would this actually be one of the signings that Ten Hag has actually signed that's actually left for the first time that hasn't worked out? No, was he not one of the first ones through the door? No, he was. What signing was he? So who did we get? We got Casemiro. I think Casemiro was the last one through the door. I think Antony, was he number 2? Because we got Lissandro through, and then we also got somebody else. I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure Antony was number 3 or something along them lines. I haven't seen Boniface's tweet. No, I haven't. I haven't seen none of that. But offloading Antony is the biggest thing that this club can do yet. You know, someone that's not actually even playing really. He's not even getting minutes. He's not even in favor. When Garnacho's starting in your position over on the right, even then, you know you're in trouble. Your position's in trouble. I've been saying it forever. You know, now I'm talking about the first season. Remember when Ten Hag came? Ten Hag never signed Varane. So yeah, no, it was the first few signings that we got through the door. I just can't remember who they were. I swear it might have been Lissandro. I'm pretty sure it might have been the first year. It feels that long ago. But getting rid of Antony is definitely priority for me. And I hope the rumors are true. He's done nothing for the club. He's gave us moments, and people need to understand that's a general. You mean need a left back? That's a generational wing back in the making. If he went to Serie A, he'd be like DeMarco. Honestly, he'd be like DeMarco. Can't defend, but attacking wise on the left hand side, simplify the game, keep the ball. There you go. He's through. He's easy. I don't know how you're gonna keep Antony. Antony's on some decent wages. He's also decent, actually. He's on top wages from what I remember reading out. And you know what? No one's going to pay more than 15, 20 million for this scrub. Do you know what I mean? And then third of all, he keeps coming out saying he wants to fight for his place. He's like Maguire. He don't want to go. He's comfortable. He's happy in Manchester. He's just had a newborn as well. People got to understand that. I think he's just had a newborn. He's just had a baby, or the missus is pregnant. One or the other. But he's not going nowhere. I remember when he was bitching when we told him to go left back. When he went left back and we won the game, he was still moaning. He's like he wasn't happy. Anthony's not good enough and he's taking up too much space. And if United can't get rid of Maguire in this year, that's a howler. And I know it's not a position that United are looking to recruit in because they feel like, oh, we just got Euro, we just got De Ligt. They're still looking at Branthwaite, Lindelof's going, Evans going. They want, like, how do you get rid of 3 centre backs and replace all of them, right? I'm pretty sure that's what they're thinking is right now. If you can use Harry for one more year, then go and use Harry for one more year. He's better than Lindelof and he's better than Evans. But right now, I don't even think he's better than Evans. I'd rather Evans. Maguire's done nothing wrong. It's just that his time at the club has just come to an end. Do you know what I mean? So he's saved that bald man's job how many times now? He just comes to the rescue. And teachers' pet settings, I don't like that. I'm not in favor of that whatsoever. But yeah, even then, it's ridiculous. I don't know what I want. I don't know what to expect. I just realized that Man United had a 3:00 game against Brentford, and typically 3:00 can go either way. It's not a 12:30 game. It's not the game that's on at 5:30, the later kickoff. So there's not under the lights, and that's typically where my man finds his powers when he's on the TV. Alaba think he might retire. That's crazy. Is that? I don't even know about that. Nearly 100 in here. Need 20 of you to subscribe. Let's get it, people. Yeah, man. If you lot can, that would be sick. Especially if you're brand new, especially if you're watching back as well. It's a bit of a dry day. I'm not gonna cap. Like it sucks. But I'm trying to get my watch hours up. So there you go, man. Well, if we're gonna lose Thomas Frank, imagine this. I can see this being a scenario. United lose against Brentford, then United bosses look towards Thomas Frank because they outclassed Ten Hag, and then they bring him in just after they lost. It's like a great sender for Thomas Frank. Dumb. It's so dumb. And then I'm seeing this stuff about Alvaro Fernandez as well. If we're going to keep on the transfers and whatnot, there's a 16.7 million pounds buyback clause for him. Imagine selling a guy. I think what was it? What did we sell him for? Let me do some research on that again. Was it 5 million? Alvaro, oh my god, it was 6 million plus 3 million in euros, by the way, 9 million in potential add-ons for United. And we obviously got a buyback clause. So imagine selling this guy and you want to bring him back all of a sudden to a manager that didn't give him a chance in preseason, didn't give him a chance whatsoever, fits the profile massively. You got Luke Shaw still there. Malassia's still out, but you still got rid of him. You know what? I don't think he comes back. I think he rejects the buyback clause. I don't know why you'd want to play under Ten Hag at this moment of time. He doesn't give chances, really. Kobe was always going to play. He was always going to be a star. It's a little, and you know what? He's been pressured to play Ahmad, in my opinion. Stupid. Every time I talk about this man, it angers me. It absolutely angers me. It's so frustrating. You know what makes it worse, yeah? Let me give you, this is what Statman Dave came out with. I think it was last night. Crystal Palace sent Pauli, I think they're from the German league. Actually, they are. I know who they are. Southampton. So these are two fodders in the bottom of the league pretty much at this moment in time in the Prem. And Lecce from the Italian league are the only sides across Europe, top 5 leagues, that have scored less league goals than Manchester United this season. Let that sink in, bro. Do you know how disgusting that is? Do you know how embarrassing that is? We've played how many Premier League games have we played? Is it 7? We have played 7 Premier League games and we have scored 5 goals. 5 goals. And 3 of them came in one match. We scored 1 against Brighton. We scored 1 against Fulham at the start of the season. And we cleared out Southampton by 3. That means 4 other games we haven't seen a goal. Liverpool, Tottenham, Aston Villa, and who's the other one? Am I missing one? Who am I missing? Crystal Palace. That's so embarrassing, man. I don't know how I come on here and talk about this crap because I just get myself mad. I really don't know. It's just something's got to give, and if that doesn't spell disaster, I don't know. I don't think we're scoring against Brentford either. Yeah, the 20 million buyback is only for United, but then there's for Alvaro, it's more than just. I think it's like 40. Let's just say for whatever's sake, 45 million, and I'm seeing Liverpool are interested in him. Imagine our own one of our academy graduates that we bought, by the way. I think was he from Real Madrid or was from Barcelona? I think it's from Real Madrid. I'm pretty sure. Goes to Liverpool. Barcelona are also interested in him. Real Madrid are also interested in him. They need some more Spanish players as it is because they lack Spanish players in that squad. We're cooked. Brentford might embarrass us. Literally in Burmo, you know what they said? You know what? Here's another one. How about this? This is how bad it's getting. I don't believe it, but let's not act like we haven't seen it before. Like this is just from Disco Mirror, so this is why I take it with a pinch of salt and don't believe everything you say. But I wouldn't put it past him, right? Ten Hag is ready to deploy Johnny Evans as an emergency left back, a dude who's 36 years of age, by the way, and always pulls up pretty much at least once in a match. You might finish it, but he definitely pulls up. With Luke Shaw, Malassia, and Mazraoui all unavailable. So now we've been told that Agate might go there and Johnny Evans. Lindelof might also go there. And I remember Lindelof at left back, and he was horrendous. I remember that like it was yesterday. That guy can't play left back. If you're going to do any of that, you better put him on his favorite position with his favorite foot, really, on the right-hand side. That's horrendous. I've never heard of such crap and dross. And you know what? I don't believe it. But the thing is, do you put it past him? You wouldn't put it past this manager to try something like that. You really wouldn't. No, just play Amad's. At this rate, you might as well win it. I said this yesterday. He's not physically ready for the Prem. He's still built like a kid. He still plays like he's in the academy, but he's really good. But at this rate, you might as well. But against Mbermo, that guy's getting killed. Honestly, he's getting killed. He ain't gonna survive that. You're trying to get some guy like a bit of minutes, but imagine relying on like what? How old is Amas? Like 17, or whatever he is. Imagine relying on kids again. We used to do that. We still do that. Make that 30 seconds, Vinny. Make that 30 seconds because that's what he's been doing the last few games. I agree, he is. Football terrorism. This manager ain't playing across. He's got no bollocks for this fraud. There you go, man. So what we spoke about, look, Eze as a potential replacement for Ericsson, apparently. You know, one of the midfielders that will come in, maybe even Mount if he gets sold. Maguire, triggered extension. You know, looking to sell him for only 10 million. Are you even going to get that when you couldn't even do that for Lindelof? Talk about Ahmad. The only positive pretty much in this whole talk is Ahmad. Him triggering that extension to hopefully tie him down to a new deal. But without him getting his minutes and seeing Garnacho play over him, how is that going to be the case with this manager? Then we talked about this Honus guy apparently rejecting us. So I've already got 3 out of 4 negatives at this moment in time. A buyback clause for one of the youngsters we sold. That's also not even a positive. The positive of him coming back, yes, and getting a chance. But at the same time, you've just lost out on 10 million. That 10 million you want to use for Maguire. The second positive out of 6 now, which you could say, I'm going to call it 2.5 out of the 6, because obviously Alvaro is a good player, is Antony being transfer listed. So that's 6. That's 6. Altogether. And then the 7th one of today is obviously the fact that we scored. We're like the 5th lowest team in the whole of Europe in the top 5 leagues to score a certain amount of goals. So I come on a Monday. We're here, and I've barely had anything nice to say. Imagine it's true. Like I wanted to make sure I come on here on the channel and don't spew and be negative on the manager, not be negative because I thought it was going to be a new one on the players, fresh, clean slate. I can be more me, like, but all you can do is laugh at this point. The sky's blue. Tell me something that's new in it. Why open him up to the abuse when big men should step up and do their jobs? Exactly. We talk about all these youngsters stepping up to the plate, you know, get given a chance, but none of these senior players, well, not none, quite a lot of the senior players are the ones that are not really they're not even setting an example. And you can't even, if you're not setting an example, how are they ever meant to follow suit? Because young players typically pick up habits. And from those habits, when they get to their senior level, we're going to do the exact same thing. Because that's what an influence is on the dressing room. Johnny Evans speaks about it. Played the low at left back and Lindelof at right back. Did okay. It's probably going to be the case. You know, but imagine this again. We go in against Brentford and he plays Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans again. And then we have Lindelof there. So we got 3 players in our starting lineup that's got less than 1 year left on their contracts. And the one that you bought in the Ligt, your ex-boy, is probably going to be on the bench. You got Lissandro, your ex-boy, who probably will be on the bench. What does that tell you? Because you know what? He might get gassed about it and look at that Aston Villa clean sheet and say that's a positive. Because that's all he talks about, is character. And you look at it in hindsight and you feel like, well, when we was playing at the back, it was too slow. We couldn't do much. Harry Maguire takes an age to release it. Johnny Evans is just being solid. You know, he's doing what he can, I suppose. The low had an absolute mare pretty much when it comes to in build up that game. And then obviously Maguire, when he had to come off and we all changed it off. No, not when he came off. When we changed up to Lindelof, it made him even worse. Big up Danny. He says, big up and respect Cass from the live. First live to this one because already see an improvement. Big up to yourselves as well. I wasn't even going to do a live, but I'm just trying to keep up content. You know, like there's nothing really going on in the football world. It's quite dry. Nothing to do. I could have went on Never a Found and done something, but it's just like, nah, because I'm trying to keep up 2 lives per day, especially for an international break. It's difficult to even get content, talk about whatever, and yada, 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 right? So with NAF, this is our first time. We kept up our schedule with doing a certain amount of shows per day, like typically. But it's one day where it's like, you know what? Forget it. But I need this channel to get monetized as quick as possible. So yeah, here I am talking a bag of nonsense. But I'm going to revert back to the whole Eze thing. Does anyone feel like he'd be good at United? And let's just put a scenario. Let's say Thomas Frank is the manager. If let's put Thomas Frank as the manager, does he succeed? That's the better question for United fans at that as well. Um, our off the ball movement has been tragic since Mourinho. Players don't know how to move to create space and chance for each other. They just stare at the play with the ball. Our press is so disjointed. It's been like this for a very, very long time because you see one like these players don't know how we see it in like spells, right? We see it in 15, 10-minute spells where United press really well. We get gas. It's typically at the start of a game. We do really well and then it collapses. And that's my big criticism of it. And it's like these players don't know how to press or they haven't been coached how to press because you know what? Pressing is not exactly it's just it's not rocket science. You know, someone presses, you all press. It's a team thing, right? There's always the trigger that starts it off, whether it's Bruno, Mount, or whatever. Mount, when he was around, don't get me wrong, was the press trigger. It was easy to see, and you could see that United were doing something. But for a player that we bought for 55 million, right, in total, if he reaches with the add-ons, imagine United spent 50 million plus five for a guy that's got better attributes off the ball than on the ball. We spent 50 million for a trigger for a press trigger. A guy that actually went round to Mason Mount's house. If you lot didn't know, inside information, there you go. He wanted him. And that's the annoying thing. It's just all this wasted money. And you know what? In hindsight, you can't really say like, oh, but you could have spent that money on somebody else, another player. He might not have worked out. But trust me, we knew what we was getting with this guy already. We already knew about it. We should have picked up them pieces ages ago. The medical team, especially, like, how did he even get through the medical? And this ain't even about Mason Mount. It's not even his fault. He's not even fit. He's barely even played. Has he even played more than 10 games for United? Professional games, not friendlies, professional games. I don't even think so. And this ain't even about Mason Mount. This is me just going on a tangent about how much money we've wasted. Alvaro Fernandez might be more wasted money. In hindsight, could be a success at United. He's got a long career ahead of him. He's a good player. Maguire triggering extension could be a waste of money. You know, if you can't get rid of him, it's a big risk. But you can do all these big risks, but you can't risk by sacking this guy. How did you not click on from Chelsea that this Mason Mount was injured like pretty much for a whole season? What do you think it was going to go away all of a sudden? Who? Someone needs to get sued at this rate. Ridiculous. 23 more subs needed. Hopefully. What are we on at the moment? We're 22 away, so there you go, man. Big up to everyone. Big up to, and you know what would help if everyone likes the video, then of course it pushes and it pushes the algorithms, does more for the channel. The longer you lot stay in here, the more I'm going to get my watch time up, and then obviously succeed that way. So that'd be nice as well. It's a Monday, it's dross, but I'm gonna have to try to do this. I've been thinking schedule wise what to do as well. Like I'll be open and honest with you guys. You don't want to hear about all the YouTube bullshit, but trying to just up the scale a little bit. But I need football to restart, especially this Sunday where I can fuel it and I'll be like, cool, I can do this live there, that live there, etc., etc. And hopefully by that time, you know, all the rivals that like to come in and banter me, they won't be around no more. You know, they'll be in the never a foul chat. By the time he gets sacked, it's going to be all positive in United because this channel is going to, I'll be realistic and balanced about stuff, right? But this will be a super positive channel. And from a super positive channel, it makes me feel better. And you know what? It takes me a big chunk. Like, remember, I was actually 10 in until about last year, December. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I listened to Ty. I listened to different people. I just didn't want to bring myself. I like the idea. And I couldn't do it no more. This is why I am the way I am. I'm just hurt. This is actual hurt. So yeah, man. There we go, man. Big up Byron in the chat as well. Love for that. Not if I can help it. Yeah, I know you lot rivals are just you lot are like piranhas, innit? You lot can't wait, you know. At any smell of blood, you lot are just there waiting. So if Man United ever lose and I do a live like this, really and truly, like I want to talk with the United fans, you know, people that support this club, get their ideas, get their take. Some people are good anyways, regardless. But you lot love pain, innit? You lot not here because of my pain. You're here because I suppose you support me and channel daps and etc. Right? But I know what you lot are like, man. It's crazy, innit? Like pain and it equals entertainment. Entertainment equals more views. This international break was nice. This felt like last international break, by the way. When it was last international break, we got to see Lee Carsley ball for the first time and see what we could do with England and the other friendlies as well. I think Belgium, France versus Italy when France lost. It was nice. It's actually been quite relaxing, you know. I've actually quite enjoyed it. And then before you know it, reality sets in. You know, Saturday is actually it's going to put me in a bad mood. It's going to put me in a bad mood, man. This one here, man. Watch this space in it. That's all I can say in it. Watch this space. But we'll see about that one. Some starting 11 soon. What do you mean? You seen RMC Sport tweet from an hour ago about crazy allegations against Mbappe? Do you mean when he's refused to I think you mean because he refused it. He wants to not play big. He only wants to play the big games for France. You're talking about that one. I'm pretty sure you're on that one. But Mohammed, I know you're in here, but it's not about that. It's not about that. Trust me. I wish I could tell you a lot more, but it sparks into what? I don't believe it. I don't think he's an idiot. I don't believe it anyways. But anyways, if he done a young Philly, then whatever. Oh, you said it there as well, Skills. But Mo, anyways, with the whole thing, I don't know, man. Who knows, innit? It's not. The thing is, I couldn't care less at this point. I couldn't care less. It's not about politics and YouTube and who wants to stream with who and that. I don't care. I'm just in right now. Never foul in our own lane. I'm in my own lane, and there we go, man. We can't all like one another. We can't all like each other. Like I said, I've got receipts on hand to the times. You know what? If I'm going to talk about that for a brief moment, yeah. If I release what I've got, it'll be the end of some people on YouTube, by the way. It'll be the end, but I don't want to do that because I don't want them to lose money out of their pocket. Things go on receipt. If people think I don't save stuff about certain things and that, you're done. You know, on a couple of them, not all of them, but a few of them. This is why me and Daps decided not to make a response or release or anything like that. We just want to talk football. It's not my business. You know what? You might hurt us or hurt us, you know, done shit stupidly, but in a bit, man, move on, man. Because if you keep spreading war, all it does is create more fire, more war, and then it's just dead. So yeah, man, I'd rather not. But in terms of moving forward, we'll see. Yeah, I'm petty as well, but I'm trying. I don't know about you, lot. It's a bit like with this whole United thing. You know, you can only be so negative to the point where you just lose your patience. There's only so much negativity I can do before I literally collapse and talk like a proper knobhead. And you obviously you want to appeal to a fan base that's not so stuck on just criticizing every little thing. And I'm trying to be like that more in life as well. You know, like just. There's no point keep criticizing everything every time because it's exhausting. It's actually, I don't know how people get up and be miserable about something every day. Be honest with yourself, but it's not going to be down forever. And even if someone does you dirty, like you're meant to turn the blind eye sometimes. You're just meant to go forward and that. But it doesn't mean you forget. It's just negative energy, right? There's no point waking up with negative energy. Like with Ten Hag, like I'm not going to wake up in my day. And because my football team is not doing well at this moment in time, I'm going to wake up being grumpy and want to punch everything and be annoyed with everything. Same thing. If you hurt someone's pocket, don't get me wrong. That then it was mad. Like maybe you should have done something about it. We didn't. It's just man. It's just negativity. Just spews more negativity. There you go, man. But if there's ever a time where it happens, something bad happens again, I promise you. It's all going out on the internet. All certain relationships will die. Certain man will lose thousands of subscribers, and that's that. There you go. There you go. You think you see those two people? There's a few people that want to stream together and act like buddies. They're not going to be buddies no more. But whatever, man. I'm not. I don't want to be a nasty person. Oh, excuse me. This has gone beyond the Man United talk. I'm gonna have to timestamp this. Let me because I said I want to start timestamping stuff, so I will. But I'm gonna put on 35 minutes. You know, United talk ends. Could just talk right here and there as well. How many likes are we on? We're on 88. There's at least a good. I'm gonna guess a good 50 of you that haven't liked the video yet. A good 50 of you. Who hasn't liked this video? Does a little poll? Does a poll remind any of you guys? Does it give you a little bit of an extra? Oh, it's someone from his entourage. See, this is why it's important to make sure you read the articles. You can fact. So you're trying to say, Mo? You're trying to trying to get me all the way from my worries. Yeah, maybe, man. Maybe. I'm on 96 likes. I'm born in 96. Where's the extra 4? The extra 4 gets me to 100. I can end this stream happy. But yeah, it's crap, man. United's garbage. But we're here to share the pain. Do you not think, all right, I might, because I've asked Daps this as well, yeah? And I've asked others as well. Like, when I talk, do I sound like other channels, Man United channels or fans? Like, am I mad negative? Is it too much? Is it too, even people that haven't watched this and I watched this back, is it too much? Am I being a bit too disingenuous? Am I being a bit too harsh, maybe? Do I have a bit, are my opinions not fair? Like, I like feedback. Because it's not, doesn't mean I'm going to change my opinions, but it means I can word things differently and try to have a little bit of a different approach. Can't satisfy everyone, right? Can't be toxic. I don't want to be toxic positive, but I don't want to be toxic negative. What? I don't look 28. How old do I look? If I shave off this beard, yeah, I promise you right now, if I shave off this beard, I look about 15. Yeah, I see. Chelsea fans know this feeling way too well. Way too well. Actually, I like, you know what I really like? Yeah, it's Sophia. Sophia's been around from day one. I was even involved on Never a Foul, I don't think. I only come about 2 and a bit years ago in June when I started. So 2022 June. So the growth has been mad, but Sophia's been there from the start. And even she gave me a few good opinions and stuff like that. Her input is definitely valued. Not saying none of you lot are not, but obviously she's been there from day. She keeps it real. So big up Sophia, man. You either be realistic or super giddy eyed, or super shameless. Just don't say a guy. Oh, come on, who actually took that serious? Like Valverde's one of the best sentiments out there. Come on, like who's taking my opinion seriously? You lot know from my facial expressions by now that I'm just talking West. I'm talking absolute crap. That wouldn't have been possible, to be fair. It wouldn't have been before NAF. But I mean, you would have saw me before you saw me on NAF, maybe. Yeah. I think you're doing good. A lot of the United YouTube channels, Webby, O'Neill, Adam, and Newcast, keep doing what you're doing. I like Adam quite a lot. Alice as well. O'Neill, Stretty, Webby, and all that. They've gone quite mainstream. They got no choice but to be positive. What enlightened me? What was said? That enlightened me is something new come about. Look, all this gossip. You lot are little gossipers, isn't it? You little nosy little fuckers. You lot are little nosy ones. Hey, who likes my new overlay, by the way? You lot like it, yeah? I'll give it a little bit of a something. It's still the same basically, but it's a new overlay. I'm gonna see what I can do about OBS and having a section here. So when I have something to talk about potentially, I can have like players like, I don't know, put a little bits of effort in, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm talking about Maguire, then I have a Maguire picture ready. So if people are doing timestamps or just scrolling across, you lot will know in it. I'll try, like I'll see, but it's just whatever. Man said change it to blue. I'm definitely not changing nothing to blue. Some fan channels are hard to make it listen to. Yeah, I suppose so. It's each to their own, isn't it? You know what I mean? People want authentic opinions, positive or negative, don't matter. Just be yourself. I don't expect all fan channels to have the same viewpoint. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose so. Rants aside, enjoy it to wallow in the negative. I don't know, man. Like, I think people get the wrong idea about rants. The thing is I think it's all about the way you come across. Like, especially as well, like Saeed doesn't come across negative, but he's produced negative stuff about Ten Hag and stuff, which is fine. He's well within his rights. He spends his hard-earned money going to Old Trafford every week. Especially when they're at home. Like, even if we lose, he still goes. Even if it's basically a loss written all over, he still goes. I think he's well entitled to his opinion regardless. But obviously, Saeed doesn't come across that way. He's got soft tones in his voice. Where Rants, obviously, people get the wrong idea about him. He's been right about this club for a long time. He just wants people to understand. He's been saying it. Maybe, yes, he's himself and he goes overboard, but that's him. So, yeah. And I think people get the wrong idea about Rants heavily. But obviously, in football, you lot wouldn't see that because behind all of this, you lot want to know him personally. So he appears super negative, but he's not. Because remember, if you remember before the Liverpool game, look how me and Rance were talking. Look how Rance was talking as well. He might not favour some of the players, but look how giddy he got and excited with some of the players. Like, he believed in it a touch as well. He thought he was going to go and beat Liverpool and whatnot, like I did. But people wouldn't take note of that. Trust me, the guy's shameless as well. And he's very smart. Rance is very smart and clued up with football. His ball knowledge is seriously, like, don't get me wrong, we all say outlandish stuff, but he's got good takes and he knows his football. I promise you that. See, that whole scary part, I'm gonna find another word. You know, I can't be bothered with that. So yeah, wait. What did you say, Jamie, as well? Let me go back to what you said. You said what's he said now? What's Fleur said now about what's Lee said about Fleurs now? Lee was on some trip fight with Mo and Husam. Then I see an 8-hour show. I'm guessing that is where the Terry talk happened. I'll watch some of that. What do you mean? Are you talking about that? Have I not seen nothing? Let me try and have a little check. By the way, I need to end this. This has gone beyond the United talk. But I need my hours up, so I'm not really gonna complain. Let me check this. YouTube. All right. Right. Where is this? All right, Lee Gunner. I ain't seen nothing. Am I bugging? Oh, is it my response? You talking about the my response? You talking about my response video, yeah? Yeah. It's whatever, innit? By the way, since we got this little core going on at this moment, a tiny little vibing core, I have to shamelessly plug some stuff, you know, because I want you lot over here more than anything, yeah? I know that sounds a bit mad and flamboyant. An 8-hour cooking. Just remember what me and Daps does here. I'm gonna pin it. You lot, please go sign up to this. I'm begging you lot. It's a good platform, man, and it's free in it. Please go and sign up, and you'll find and you'll get emails. At the moment, there's no what's it called? What's it? There's no app for it right now, but it's a quick link, you know, and you can obviously exit it and it still stays up on your phone. Don't get me wrong, but if you have it there, when me and Daps does Man United watch-alongs, Man City, Liverpool, whatever you fancy is there. If you lot, it's just a watch-along platform. It's literally just a watch-along platform. You have me here, you have Daps there. We'll be watching the game, and we'll probably be watching another game. The thing is, it's got all the scoreboard on it. It's more interactive than, I hate to say it, it's more interactive than this when you're doing OBS. You keep up with the chat a lot more. It's like me and you right now talking. We keep a lot. We talk to the chat quite a lot. Sophia, Chilias in here will tell you. Sophia will tell you. Wilsey will hear. No, Tifo is bigger. It's the same platform. They just changed the name. But if you lot all go sign up to this right now, like, and it takes 2 seconds. You get emails when we go live. Any big game that you see on the weekend, me and Daps are doing it. Tottenham West Ham's the first one. We're doing that one because I want to know what I need to see to cast edgy at night when West Ham beat Tottenham. Yeah. That's where it is. Then Man United Brentford will be there. We do bare streams. So it's like one of those ones. If you lot sign up quick, it's as quick as an email, as quick as a password, and quick as a little link that you can click and you're done and activated. Go on to Never Foul, click follow. sorted. You'll see us there. Believe me. So it's nice. Like, it'll be nice to have all of you like here, 130, especially when United play. You don't want to see my tears or you don't want to join in with me. Like I said, it's not for everyone. Don't worry. It's not like it's not, you don't have to, and I'm not telling you to, but if you want to see more of myself or whatever, then it'll be sick. Like before we got up hooks when he played Man City, and then that was like a whole watch along with that. And then that was funny as shit. And then yeah, yada yada yada. So it would be sick. It's easy. It's such an easy platform, and you get the interactive part is the best part about it. That's the whole point. It's a watch along platform. Away from YouTube, when you got obviously, if we was to go live on YouTube and never a foul, do United game, we'll probably get 1,000 people up in there, especially when United concede. Great, but then we can't see the chat as well as what this does. So yeah, man. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up there, anyways. So anyone that has signed up, big up to yourselves. Anyone that has liked the video, big up to yourselves. And yeah, man, got over 100 likes. There's enough people in there. I don't know. I can't redirect to no one yet. Otherwise, I would be blessing somebody. Other than that, yeah. Nice little vibe at the end. If anyone's watching this past 35 minutes, it's not United talk. There you go. In a bit, man. I'm actually tired.